Yo, what is going on, my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. For this video, we're going to be talking about a bunch of ninja fixes and ninja tweaks that are coming into the game soon, both revealed on the stream earlier this week, as well as things on Twitter. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. Alright guys, like I said, we're going to be covering some ninja fixes, and right now we're going to be talking about things that Mod Sova's currently working on. So on the live stream, he actually showed off, and I have talked about this previously on the channel, but just so you guys get a good look of how it looks like in-game, that is the mouse over tooltips for potions. So basically, you know, following the same vein as the mouse over tooltips for things like your charges on your armor, etc., we now have tooltips for potions. So basically, it's not going to show percentages that these potions operate on, because a lot of potions actually boost your things based on a percentage of your level. It'll actually show you the actual number that it's boosting you by, which is actually a nice touch and good to see that option available. You can actually opt to not see this if you don't want to. There's a box in the settings that allow you to toggle it off if you don't want to see the tooltip settings, so I guess it's, you know, good for everybody. If you don't want it, you don't have to worry about it. If you do, then there it is. An interesting thing that he kind of teased at, which may or may not actually end up coming out with this update, is that when he was making the tooltip for Zamorak Mix, he noticed something very strange about him. Basically, the Zamorak Brew, when you drink it, it damages you from a percent of your existing life points and lowers your defense, but boosts some of your combat stats. However, if you make it into a Zamorak Mix, that's when you add the caviar to it. The caviar actually heals you. So if your HP is at a certain low enough level to where the Zamorak Brew doesn't really damage you that much, the caviar actually heals you more than the damage you take, so you actually gain HP. So he took that idea and he's basically creating a potion that, based on how much HP you have left, it will heal you more. Obviously, if you have low HP, it's going to heal you a lot. If you have a lot of HP, it's not really going to do much for you. So based on the Zamorak Mix, it spawned this idea of this new potion. Again, I don't know if that's going to actually end up coming into the game. It was just an idea he came up with while making the tooltips, and it might not even come with the tooltips if it is something that ends up actually becoming real content. But I will let you know as soon as I get more information about that. Till then, we got the potion tooltips, which is great. Following more from Mod Sova, we got on his Twitter, he revealed that there's also tooltips for both the Spirit Gem Bag and the regular Gem Bag, both the regular and upgrade. So, you know, pretty much standard here. You just mouse over your Gem Bag, you'll be able to see exactly how many gems of each type you have in your Gem Bag on the fly. So tooltips are always a welcome update in my opinion. Really great to just have that information handy and not have to fiddle through like examines or right clicks or anything like that. So really glad to see that. Heading back over to the stream reveals, we got Mod Shiny showing off a bunch of cool stuff. First off, we have the Crystallize spell. If you use it on any of your locations that you currently have now, you actually have to wait until it runs out before you can recast it. So he's basically just simply showing on screen. You will no longer have to wait. You can recast while Crystallize is still active on whatever location you currently have it on. So you just can keep it pretty much up indefinitely, which is awesome to hear. Next up, we have something that's actually really exciting in my opinion, and that is the ability to basically set your ability bars or assign them to certain combat styles. And when you set it to those combat styles, equipping one of those weapons will automatically switch to that action bar. So for example, my action bar 1 is my range two-hander action bar. If I assign action bar 1 to two-handed range, anytime I equip a two-handed range weapon, my main action bar will automatically jump to that bar. You can see on screen it's happening here. When he equips the staff, it jumps him to his two-handed magic action bar preset. There's also a toggle in there where you can make it work with bank resets. So if you pop off a bank preset that has a certain combat style, it'll just, like I said, jump you to that action bar and you can just go right away right into your combat, which is really, really nice. Glad to see that actually coming into the game. Is really going to make things much easier, especially if you're weaving between dual wield and two-hander, which I do from time to time with melee specifically. So I'm excited for that. Next up, he briefly said that the Dwarven multi-cannons will no longer decay. So those of you who use cannons, they will decay after they've been out for a certain amount of time. That will no longer be the case. Instead, they will just jam, and they won't be useful while they're jammed, but you can just simply click on it, repair it, and it's good to go. If you leave your cannon jammed for 20 minutes, it will then disappear and you'll have to reclaim it. But that's a really nice fix. You won't have your cannon randomly disappearing on you while you're doing long extended trips of killing monsters, or you won't have to do the workaround where you have to pick up your cannon and then reset it back down. Really nice to see that end up coming into the game, so I'm excited for that one too. Moving on to Twitter, Mod Shani shows off that he's updated the JAWSEC interface for getting the God books. So you can see this is what it looks like now. And now you'll be able to purchase any one of the damaged versions of the God books, regardless of your progress of any of the other current ones you have. Meaning you'll be able to get one of each if you wish, which is really nice to see that come into the game. Really useful for Iron Man as he specified on the tweet. So that's really good. Moving on, we got some things by Mod Days. He says he's made a couple of Telos improvements in his tab today. When you're siphoning from fonts, the player untargets Telos so that the golems take priority in render order. So that would be really exciting for anybody who happens to doing Telos. I know those golems can be really hard to get clicked on sometimes, so glad to see that. The anima bar will now reset if you use Immortality in P5, obviously under 1000 in Rage, so that visual is really going to be important. Good feedback while you're, on P5, so glad to see that it's coming to the game. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up all the things I got regarding ninja fixes coming out soon. Stay tuned on the channel for reveals on when exactly those end up in the live game, because I'll definitely cover them as they come out. And that is it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to stay up to date on all things Rizika related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. I am out. Peace.